Welcome back to Sports Card Analysis. I'm JT with another case break simulation. Today we got 2022 Contenders Optic football. Today I'm going to try something a little different. I'm just going to give you a data for products now that I don't feel like need a full review or a full description. And because I already did Contenders for football for the non-optic version, let's just get right into the data. A little disclaimer here. I'm going to give you a bunch of information. You should use it. Help yourself make informed decisions about your purchases. If you do so, I'm not responsible for anything that happens. Breaks are kind of a risk, and you take that risk on your own. So the cost of a case, we're just going to skip all the normal stuff I do and go straight into the cost. Cost of the case, $67.49 at Steel City, and we're going to distribute the cost. But first, I'm going to tell you about the print run. If we make one assumption that the silver parallels are $199, we now have numbered cards for all of the parallels. And since there's one parallel per box, we know that there are 55,096 parallels, which comes out to 2,755 cases. That is obviously assessed because of the assumption that silvers are $199. And the only reason I made that assumption is because the highest numbered parallel is 149, so that makes sense to be the logical next step. If we make that assumption, then we get these breakdowns here. So non-numbered autos and non-numbered insert cards are 139 and 87 respectively, and the base set is assumed to be the total base print run. Where do I have that at? Possible base print run 1102. I just rounded down to 1100. So those are the numbers that you need to make sure that you're remembering as I go through this video. So if you question whether the numbers are correct or not, you have that information. So which teams have the most cards and what should you pay by that? Well, by autograph, the Jets have the most, and then there is 1 through 10. There, I'm just going to fly through this, guys, so screenshot as I go. There is 11 through 20 for the teams with the most autographs, and there is 21 through 30, and then the remaining teams, which there are some that are dual teams, and you can add those to your counts if you want. There are 6,728 Jets autos, and that means if you bought every case, all 2,755 cases of Contenders Optic, you would have that many Jets autographs at the end. I'm saying that if we distribute that $6,000 cost, $6,700 cost across all of the autos equally, that's how much you should pay. Because what you want to do is pay for probability, not players, because there's no guarantee that you will get a player hit, but there is a guarantee that you're buying probability. So that's what you should do. If you want to know who's got the most non-autographed inserts, it's the 49ers and the Chiefs. Let me go through the pages there. There's page 2, there's page 3, and there's page 4. So keep that in mind. Some of these teams have no insert cards at all. Let's look at parallels, and here's the breakdown of parallels. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. Screenshot that, guys. That's what you want to do. And if you want a breakdown of probability by hit, including base, you want to probably buy the Chiefs. They have the number one most cards in the set, and you should pay about $312. And that is just distributing the cost of the case across the probability for all cards. So that doesn't mean that you're paying a higher price for autos, because if you look here, they only have 4,000, whereas the top teams have over 6,000, 6,700. This is just a probability for all cards. Now, let's get into player strength. This product is rated a 3.1 out of 5 for autographs, because what I do is I go and I do I have an algorithm that I've written that scrapes some information off Google, tells us how popular sports cards and memorabilia are per player for this entire set. Then I average out between this scale that I've developed, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. High profit means both money and time saved. Low profit means both money and time wasted. So that one, you may just have cards that you list on eBay, you waste a bunch of time, then you waste a bunch of money that since you've purchased the cards, and they just sit on your shelf. 5 means you spent money on the break, you got some hits, you sell them right away at a profit at a high price. So that's a 3.1 out of 5. That means that these don't normally match 31% and 3.1. So don't think that I'm just doing that. I actually count all the cards that are in the categories of 4 and 5. This is more of an average across the whole thing. So it's a 3.1 out of 5 because that's an average of the autographs, and it's 31% of the players that are in this autograph checklist are in a 4 and a 5, and that's about average for Panini. 3.5 out of 5 for the entire product. That means that the checklist has a pretty good average of players, plus it has a decent average of rookies that may or may not have a lot of hype behind them, and that is specifically for sports cards and memorabilia. So if we want to go off this chart here, highly profitable versus not profitable or not sale at all, the team that you want to go for is the Houston Texans. They have the strongest autograph checklist. They have the players most leaning towards 4s and 5s. Then the Jets, Packers, Steelers. Let me go through those. And this is, of course, an algorithm I've developed, but I stand by it. These teams include players that have a lot of popularity and a lot of interest online. I'll go through those pages again because I did it kind of quickly. Then we'll go for the inserts, which I don't know that anyone really cares about. And then I'll go through the parallels, just the first page there. But let's go to full product strength. If you want to know which team has the highest potential for profitability, the highest potential for you to list cards and not waste a lot of time and money, it's the Packers. So let's just go through that. And this includes, the reason why it's full product and not just one thing is because it includes autos, parallels, and insert cards. So there you go. That is across the entire product, the best teams to buy. Here's the distribution of players across my developed scale. Most of them fall in a 3, but there are a decent amount of 4s and 5s. We'll just move on from there and talk about which players have the most cards by whatever we want to look at. Let's look at autographs first. So number of unique autographs versus total number of autographs. The player with the most autographs is Bailey Zappe, or Zappi. I don't know how to pronounce that. Trayvon Walker, Sky Moore, Romeo Dubs. So a lot of the younger rookies, they have a lot of the autographs, the majority of them. So let's just go through a few pages there, and then eventually we'll hit some of the veterans and see how many they have. And this is a pretty accurate count. And if you want to know what these numbers are based on, go back to the part of the video where I showed you all the numbers. Just screenshot this. If you're looking for specific players and you want to know how many autographs they have in this set, this will tell you what you need to know. So I'll just go through a bunch of pages there, and you will have the information you might need. Now there's 27 pages, and I'm not going to go through all of them. This is probably about where I should stop. Everybody else you didn't see there has less. Look, we got Joe Montana. He's got almost 300. And then actually go to the next page and see if we get any more cool ones. Josh Allen. So if you're paying for the Bills because you think you're going to get a Josh Allen, he's only got 215 autographs in this product. And so that's for autographs. And we could go by number of inserts. Here's the top bunch, and they're going to be, because they're insert cards and they pick those checklists based on popularity, usually these are the players that have the most insert cards, so good luck there. And then if you're chasing the rainbow and you want to get a bunch of parallels, here are some of the players with the highest count of parallels, which are pretty much all the same because the parallels run right across the checklist for the base and the rookie. There is the number of base cards. Obviously, I assessed 1,100. And then here is the total number of cards for each player. So these are the players by adding up all the cards that I have assessed that they have. So there you go. There's the first page, second page, third page, and we'll just go 5 pages deep. There you go, 5 pages. Everyone else has less than that. Now, if you want to know master checklist, here are the teams here's teams by number of cards. This is the unique number of cards this is what you might have seen in most checklists, and this is when I assume the print run is what it is, and I calculate by team what the print run is. So there's top 10, then the next 11 through 20, 21 through 30, and 31 through 37. By print run, there's 1,653 one-of-ones in this product. That is not an error. There's that many one-of-ones in this product. That's crazy. And if you are chasing one-of-ones, buy the Titans, because they have 79. The Jets have 74. Falcons have 73. Let's just look at how many. Just look at this first column. It's the total number of one-of-ones per team. Okay, there's 11 through 20, and there's 21 through 30. And then here's the remainder of them. Obviously, those multi-team autos are going to have one-of-one variants to them. We want to look at what the rarest cards in the set are. Here they are. These kind of throwback retro tribute cards. Gold vinyl are one-of-one. So if you get one of those, congrats, you've gotten one of the rarest cards in the set. Now, I run a simulation based on the pack odds and the stated configuration of each hobby box. There's going to be 2 parallels, 2 base cards, 1 auto, and 1 insert. No, 2 autos, 2 base cards, 1 parallel, and 1 insert per box. Extrapolate that out per case, and I run case break simulations. I do it 20 times. I'm showing you case 20 here. This is just to show you that I did it. I did get a 1 of 1. It was Dan Marino, all-time Contenders gold vinyl autograph. And then I'll show you what the results were for the entire case. And then I'll show you what the results were for 20 cases. So for one case, for just 20, and this is a realistic example, these results are what you should probably expect when you get into a case break. So for Contenders, Optic, I got 8 Steelers, 7 Bears. These are the teams I got the most cards of for that case. And remember, there's 20 boxes with 6 cards per box. And there's the remainder there. So I got that 1 of 1, that all-time Contenders gold vinyl Dan Marino. Notable autos, let's look at those. Did we get anybody of any significance? There should be 40 of them. So let's just look sorted by print run here. We got Dan Marino, Kurt Warner, some pretty good stuff here. Let's see any of the, really popular guys. Leonard Fournette, Brock Purdy, got a Brock Purdy auto out of 75. If you guys are still interested in Brock Purdy, I have no idea if you're still interested in him, because he did get hurt at the end of last season, but he's pretty good. Another Dan Marino and Joe Montana, I got one of those. Pretty decent. I know I'm talking fast, but I'm trying to make quicker videos, and really the point here is so that you could screenshot these and take them with you when you make a purchase. Here's all the 1 of 1s that I got in 20 cases. This is for all 20 cases. Remember that I do the simulation, I show you 1 case, then all 20. So aggregated, if we look at this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So having 10 1 of 1s means that there should be a 1 of 1 in just about every other case. It kind of works out with the numbers a little bit. There might be a little more than 1 per 2 cases. There's going to be 1 in every 1.5 case, basically. So if you get a case that doesn't have a 1 of 1 in it, it kind of stinks. But it's not every single case. So here you go. Here's the 1 of 1s we got. Pretty decent list there. Dan Marino and Tom Brady. Got some good stuff there. Kenny Pickett. Notable autographs. I'm not going to go through them all, but let's just sort by print run. Got a ton of 1 of 1 autographs. Here they are. Here's the 1 of 1 autographs. We got some out of 10. My favorite team is the Bears, but I'll look at that later. We got Adrian Peterson for the Vikings. So, some of these players will appear in multiple teams, and that is what happens there. So that is a realistic example, but let's just look at the breakdowns here. Here's the number of cards by team that I got in the 20 case break simulation. Again, you should expect similar results. There you go. And then here's the least amount of cards, and you should expect similar results. That is what I'm saying there. And here's the breakdown by print run. So I said that which team had the most 1 of 1s. It was the Titans, I believe. But I got 2 from the Jets and 2 from the Steelers. So maybe the Titans or the Jets would be good, because in 20 cases, I was able to at least get a 1 of 1 from both of those teams. So there you go by print run. Now let's look at it by the type of card. For autographs, I got the most from the Commanders, then the Titans, Steelers, Jets, Patriots, Lions. So this is in the simulation, how many of each card I got by team. Let me just move this up here so you can see the bottom of that chart there. That's 1 through 20, and that's the remainder. These are the teams I got the least amount of autos from. So avoid these teams here if you want to have a higher probability of hitting an auto. And then we can look at things like parallels. The team I got the most was the Lions and 49ers Chiefs. And for inserts, we got a bunch from the 49ers, Eagles, Chiefs, Ravens. So there you go. There's your breakdown. That's it. Super quick and dirty. Thanks for joining me. That's 2022 Contenders. Tell me whether or not you like the short videos or you like the long form videos. I'll listen. I still will probably do the long form videos for some products. But thanks for watching. Enjoy. Good luck in your break.